Hello, everyone. Let me just grab a bottle of water. Just fixing my shades for the evening. Grabbing myself a drink. Title of this one is I'm Pissed. And I really am pissed. I've had quite a week. Actually, I've had quite a month. Don't you dare fall. Drop my juju bees. All right. I think earlier I told you that my landlord was trying to illegally evict me. And some of you may have already experienced this. I'm sorry if you did. You need to go and see an attorney and get the attorney. It's hot as hell, especially with my wig on. Some of you need to go see an attorney and see if you can get yourself out of it. It is very unfortunate, but I'm pissed because there's a maniac who lives above me. I'm not going to say anybody's name. I'm not going to give too much detail. He's pissed me off. Way the fuck off. So I'm going to have to make some calls. To some associates of mine. Because unlike her, I'm not afraid of you. You don't intimidate me. You do not scare me. All you've done is pissed me the fuck off. And I don't mean have bodily harm done to anybody. I don't mean that. I wouldn't ask anybody to do that because that would jeopardize their freedom. But there are things that they can do for me. If they're willing to do them for me. A wig is hot as hell. I don't know how y'all do this every time, every day. I still got to cut this side because it's a little too long. It's like, come on. Woo, baby. But I don't want to get too in detail, but, men think that every woman is afraid of them because of the circumstance. And I'm not going to get into it. So I did what I did and I said what I said. If you don't like it, you don't like it. We can meet in court. We can meet in the street. Either way, you don't scare me, but you've managed to piss me off. So something has to be done. As far as the situation of them evicting me, I said before, I'm not worried about it, and I'm not worried about it now. But there are plenty of people out there who should be worried. And the reason you should be worried is when you're refinancing your home, when you're buying a car, which you think has nothing to do with your apartment or your home. There is a lease addendum to any mortgage, any lease, anything that has to do with you financing, paying rent, borrowing money. The United States a long time ago said a corporation was a person. Excuse me, hold. and that corporation had the same rights that me and you as people do. So corporations can sue, and corporations can be sued. Corporations can own homes, can own property, can own land. Now, before, because a corporation was an inanimate object, I'm sorry, I forget the name of the case law. Before that, before the greedy capitalists like Trump, like Biden, like Clinton, like Obama, and all of Congress made these deals, a corporation could not own a home and then mortgage it out to you. You'd have to get your mortgage through the bank. So it doesn't matter if you work for the post office. It doesn't matter if, because some people think they're secure in their home. It does not matter. Our Congress, Biden and Clinton, have allowed corporations from other countries to come in and make them people. So what they're doing is they own the banks own the land. If you want the land, you have to get a lease or mortgage, and within the mortgage, or if you are going to rent the property out, even if it's an office building and you're renting an office building, because a lot of you think, I got a condo, I own my condo. No, you don't. A lot of you work for YouTube. YouTube is owned by Google. Getting reparations to pay you high salaried ones. A lot of you think that, I have a good job, I have a mortgage, and when I get ready to send my kids to college, and when they get ready to do the school thing, or when we get ready to renovate our home, we're just going to go, forget this fool on YouTube wearing a wig talking stuff that she don't know. Forget this fool. We are going to go out and we are going to refinance and we are going to live our lives. Well, guess what's going to happen? You're going to lose that home, because within the addendum itself, it's built that once you refinance, or those who already have refinanced and are already in it, because this is just something that's new, that's starting as of this year, as of whenever your new leases are up. So if in another state they started this a year ago, it's already too late for you. But in the state of New Jersey, if your lease is up this year, this new addendum is being attached to your lease, attached to your mortgage. And a lot of times it's just one piece of paper and you sign a renewal, and that one little line blurb says you agree to the addendum to the lease renewal. You don't even see the addendum. You just agreeing, and you think, I'm just signing a renewal. But that one little blurb at the bottom says you agree. Well, in my case, they wanted me to sign a new one because I already signed one in 2021, and it doesn't have any of that language. And I questioned that language back then, and I said, why is this language in here? This is not true. So I said, you know what? It's okay. It's not going to fall upon me, so it's okay. But I crossed out some stuff, and they didn't like it. I said, so you don't want to sign one from me? The old one is 1 page. The new one is 4 pages. And it's got statutes in it. Statutes of the law, for those of you who don't know that. And when the law is only 5 lines, you cannot quote and cite or make a cite, say, pursuant to this statute. That's called the citation. You cannot cite that law. And when you go look at the law only has 5 things in it. But you got 4 things in your new. So it's not pursuant to this law, because this law is like this. You got 4 pages worth of information. 4 pages full all the way. So it's not pursuant to anything. It's you taking a statute as a licensed attorney and adding to it. And I know nobody made these lawyers at the Wilf and Wilf Company, WILF. I'm pretty sure none of them are the Attorney General. I'm pretty sure none of them are the New Jersey legislature. And I'm pretty sure none of them are the governor. Because those are the only people that can make policy and regulation and change them in the state of New Jersey. Yeah. So how are you sending me a contract where you have altered what the statute says? That's called fraud. And you have a license. So in the state of New Jersey, Governor Murphy and the legislatures, they passed a law that said anybody who has a license has to get liability insurance. In case they break the law and we get sued, in case they act outside, like the police officers now have to get that liability insurance. Yeah. In case they act outside their job performance and they injure or murder someone, you sue their insurance. Sidebar, state of New Jersey sent me something asking me, well, who injured me? And whose insurance should we be charging? Because, my bills are astronomical, my monthly bills, and all the specialists that I have to see from being in prison for 10 years and you're whooping my ass. So I'm about to write them back and I'm about to let them know, your insurance. You want to know who insurance? I was already injured before I went. I was in a course of medication and this and that and that and this. And then you decided you was going to put me in prison for crimes I didn't commit. So your insurance is the one that's responsible. This could have been a reopener with a workers' comp, which I tried to reopen when I was incarcerated, but I didn't have my files. Oh, no, you can't do that. Now you want to know who should be paying for it because who caused the original injury. Original injury was workers' comp, but you exacerbated it. So it's state of New Jersey insurance. Anyway, I'm off topic. So with the new lease addendum, and even in the old one that everybody has signed, if you live here, you've signed the old one. The old one says, if you assault someone by a preponderance of the evidence, not even beyond a reasonable doubt, they're the judge, the jury, the trier of the facts, which is the judge or the jury. It's them in this case. They decide everything by a mere preponderance of the evidence. And you're only going to get one time. So before in the other video, I said the guy upstairs, it was very quiet. And, they had stopped the banging and it was beautiful. Well, somebody went around saying that, oh, don't worry about her because she's getting kicked out on the 31st of this month. Not knowing what they were talking about. I told y'all, I was never going anywhere. They ain't even give the proper notice to the Section 8 office. Anyway, because you got to take them to take me because they pay the rent. Anyway, and you have to give Section 8 notice Eh? So for everybody out there that thought that you was coming to look to see to get in here, no, you're not. But why this motherfucker still here? Isn't assault one of the things that you couldn't do? Huh? My phones, my Blink camera, are all synced to my laptop. The only thing is there's authentication on my laptop that is not on my phones. And basically, I just use my phones to call whatever emails are being shared so I can see the emails. Anything that happens on the camera, it sends it to me right away. So it's synced. But these motherfuckers that hijacked my phone, hijacked my camera. You're doing a whole lot upstairs to just be a simple American. Yeah, you doing a lot. You're not just an abusive wife beater. You're not just an abuser of your child. Yeah, I can make the allegation. Because if I didn't make the allegation, and if it wasn't true, first of all, if I didn't make the allegation, it would still be happening to her. And if that's your custom in your country, why are you here? Because you're in this country. You're in America. It's called assault in America. It's not part of your culture in America. That's what people who come here don't understand. You want to come here and come to America, but you don't want to accept America ways. You still want to do the same bullshit that you used to do in your country. No, that's the whole purpose of giving up your fucking country and coming to this country. YouTube, you on your bullshit again? Anyway, so while everything of mine is being hijacked, the devices all work. But you got some serious motherfucking equipment that you can interfere with my camera. And the other stuff that's going on. Like this motherfucker up there waterboarding his wife. Oh, this right here, this ain't nothing but sheetrock. You can hear the motherfuckers fucking. They don't have the filler in between. Why are you waterboarding that woman? If that's what you're going to do, you got to be mindful that there's other people around. And if the other neighbors don't give a fuck, I'm not them. This motherfucker, they live right above me. I can hear everything. So I'm not going to not have quiet enjoyment of my goddamn home because this motherfucker is an animal. So you think you intimidate me? You think you are a woman intimidator? Because in your country, you all would have cut my head off by now. I got to die one day, but I ain't going to never be afraid of a motherfucker like you until I do. Skanking ass bitch. You acting like jihad. Let's hope that you're not. But I'm going to make some calls to my associates. Since you want to tap into people's phone and tap into people's cameras. And whether it's you or somebody else around here, or the motherfucker that was in the car, I'm gonna find out who the fuck you are. Because he don't scare me either. Y'all have a good night. And remember, I ain't going nowhere. Be living right the fuck here. And those attorneys, by the time I'm finished, you better be lucky you still have a license. Goddamn wig is hot as fuck. Ugh. How y'all do these wigs? Oh my God. Boy, it looked like all my hair fell out. It didn't. I did cut it some, but I still got it. It didn't fall out. I just washed it today. So it shrinks up like this. So I got to grease it and then straighten it, and it'll come back. Except for my edges that fell out using that wax. All right, I got to go.